Tony D and Little Joan in the background, and this is your Screenwriter's Rant on Roofman, starring Channing Tatum, Peter Dinklage, Kirsten Dunst, about a friendly criminal who hides in a Toys R Us until he can escape, but then falls in love with Kirsten Dunst. Add a blonde check. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for liking and subscribing based on a true story. Check out my books, The Pineys, books 1 through 17. This is the cover for 17, the very patriotic Piney shirt. And on the back it says, grab a musket, shoot a zombie, and save America. So check that out. The link is below to the Fourth Wall store. So Channing plays a the Roofman, a guy who committed a crime and escaped prison because he's pretty smart, but not smart enough to stop being a criminal. So he hides in a Toys R Us until the heat dies down, but in the process, he eventually helps some people in a toy drive by, I think, stealing the toys from Toys R Us. And then he ends up meeting Kirsten, falls in love, and then wants to stay and not be a criminal anymore. But of course the cops are after him, and then at the end they figure out where he is, and it all goes wrong. Here he is robbing the store. Peter Dinklage plays the manager, and he gets dinged in the face by the ink pad. So you got Channing Tatum, Kirsten Dunst, Lakeith Stanfield, Juno Temple, and Peter Dinklage. It looks okay. I'm a little wary of Channing Tatum playing a smart guy. And of course, they got him naked in a scene. Kirsten Dunst, I don't know. She still looks pretty good. I guess she could still do the girl next door thing, and become the love interest. It looks okay. It looks mildly amusing. Do we have a date on this? October 10th. Kind of a weird time to drop a comedy. This would have been a good summer movie. It's light, it's airy, looks fun. So first act, Channing Tatum screws up his life. He's a criminal, but he can't hurt people. He tries to use his intelligence to commit his crimes, but ultimately things always go wrong when you commit crimes. And unless you're utterly ruthless, you're probably going to get caught. He goes to jail, but he notices things. He's good at that, and he escapes. So they're looking for him. So his friend tells him, hide out for a few months, and I'll get you a passport and help you escape. So he hides out in the Toys R Us. While the cops are looking for him, they can't find him. The heat dies down. During that time, second act, he somehow, I don't know, meets people. I don't know how. I guess he leaves the Toys R Us and, keeps coming back. And eventually he watches, because he's there so long, he watches on the security cams the people in the store. And this takes place when Toys R Us was still in business. So I'm guessing late 90s, early 2000s. And he sort of follows the lives of the people who work there, becomes involved, and then falls in love with Kirsten Dunst. And gets involved with her church group, lies about his origins, says he works for the government. I'm vaguely remembering this news story, which gets him through it. However, things come to a head in the third act, of course, when the cops are on to him. I think Peter Dinklage accidentally stumbles upon him when he shows up early or works late, And now there's a real problem. There's a real problem. The cops are on his tail, and how can he extricate himself from this? Well, since it's a fun, light movie, maybe you might say a romantic comedy, there might be a bad person in the movie that he will end up framing for the robberies. Somebody is already committing other robberies but is ruthless and violent, and then they get blamed for his robberies, maybe. But he's already been in prison. The other alternative is he gets caught, or he surrenders, goes to jail, and vows to change his life and serve his time, and maybe there's not that much more time left on his sentence. Or maybe he escapes with Kirsten Dunst and they go on the lam. They move to a tropical paradise and have a happy ending. I don't know. Either way, it'll probably be a positive ending. It'll be a light ending. He's not going to get shot down by the police in the parking lot, I'm guessing. Yeah, I would see it. It's a good date movie because it'll be light. It'll be fun. It's about a couple falling in love. So I think it'll be fairly watchable. Your date will enjoy Channing Tatum. You will probably not enjoy Kirsten Dunst as much, but hey, we all got to make sacrifices on a date. So, yeah, let's see if there's a write-up here. It says based on a true story. I could have sworn I've heard this. Based on an unbelievable true story, Roofman follows Jeffrey Manchester, a former Army Ranger and struggling father who turns to robbing McDonald's restaurants by cutting holes in their roofs, earning him the nickname Roofman. After escaping prison, he secretly lives inside a Toys R Us for 6 months, surviving undetected while planning his next move. But when he falls for Lee, a divorced mom drawn to his undeniable charm, his double life begins to unravel, setting off a compelling and suspenseful game of cat and mouse on his past as his past closes in. Okay. That's a little better than I thought. Yeah, I would go see this. I might even see it in a theater. Again, good date movie. All right, so Roofman. Channing Tatum is not too annoying. Anyhow, that's it for me, Tony D. And Little Joan somewhere behind me. Tomorrow, that's Friday, I will be at the Bridgeton Library at 5 p.m. for my talk on how to hunt the Jersey Devil. Saturday, weather permitting, I'll be at Lucille's Luncheonette from 10 to 2. And Sunday, weather permitting, I Heart Horror event in the parking lot of the Monster Ice Cream Shop near Sayreville. Hope to see you there. We'll see you in the next one.